Okay, so let's continue with a little more information in the shift editor. In this particular case, for the next demonstration, I'd like to add just a few more people to the shift. So let's go to this shift. Let's say the maximum needed is 3. That will allow us to add another couple of workers to this shift. Let's go ahead and save that. Sorry, the maximum, yeah, let's set the minimum to 3 so that we can add more people to that shift. Notice that now we've got a red thumbs down because it's not satisfied. We only have one person. And let's go ahead and add another couple of workers. I think Barney's there. Let's do Pebbles. We can add her. And we could also add, I think Wilma is available as well. So what we've done now is we're now in the staging process of filling this shift. And what I wanted to demonstrate was some of the buttons at the bottom. We talked about location. Add worker we just did. Now, if we wanted to set a color on the shift, and I think very much in colors, in other words, I'm happy to see when I have a roster and a shift that match colors. I find that very easy. It's completely up to users as to how you'd like to handle that. In the event you'd like to change the color of a particular shift, we can change it to pink, for instance. Go ahead and click save. And then you can see that the shift is pink. And you could match those with colors in roster as well. If you felt as though you wanted to match the color, let's go ahead and change this roster to a similar color. And then what we do is go back to Shift Editor, and we can see that we have a roster that matches the same color. If that works for you, there is functionality for that. Also, I wanted to demonstrate that there is a way to accept en masse a group of workers on a particular shift. We could, of course, individually go through and accept or invite these people. But I wanted to just demonstrate towards the bottom, we have actions on appointments, and this means that we will do these actions for all of the shifts on the appointment. So if we were to select this particular shift, we could invite everyone, accept, mark everyone as accepted, and put everyone in design mode. Now I can show you what that looks like. So all we did was we just put everyone in design mode. Now let's say that Barney, we know that this person canceled. Let's go ahead and remove them. And then what we can do is go back and just accept everyone. And the system will, of course, mark everyone. Now, if you wanted to do it individually, as I mentioned, you can do that, no problem. And then over here, a little further over is email info. And all this is if we select someone or the entire group, we can email all of the information about the shift as a bit of a reminder to those people, or for people who have forgotten or don't know of the information, we can send that again. And afterwards, we can also verify attendance for an entire shift. Of course, we can do it individually. There's verify attendance on an appointment for an individual, but we can also do it for an entire shift. The other thing I wanted to demonstrate is we have rosters at the bottom. We're currently published. And let's say we have a shift coming up in 2 or 3 days and it's not full yet. Although publish is passive, in other words, it doesn't actually reach out to people and let them know there's a shift available. If they log in on their phone or if they log in on the website, of course, they'll be able to see that, as we've demonstrated several times. But it may be that you'd like to shout out to some people that you do have a shift available. And by clicking on shout out, you will actively engage people depending on the settings that they have in their own profile defaults, but it'll send out some information potentially to the app on their phone, so their phone will jingle in their pocket. It will also send them an email. Now, as I said, keeping in mind there are settings that the workers can have that can override these, but in most cases, the opportunity to shout out is an aggressive or active way of engaging with your workers that there's a potential shift available. So that's all of the functionality, I think. And the next one we'll start talking about recurring shifts.